Hey guys, it's me. So welcome back to my channel. I know I've been MIA for about a good couple of weeks, but that was just due to me being a little lazy and just not feeling like filming at all. So in today's video, I kind of want to do a talk through, like a kind of a chit chat, not really a get ready with me because I just came from work. So I'm really not going anywhere. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and give like a little update of what's been going on with me. So yeah, let's go and get right on into this video. As usual, I'm going to go ahead and start with my brows. So I'm going to take my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in the number 5. So guys, what's been happening? What's the 411? What's been going on? Okay, so for the past couple of weeks, well, past 3 weeks, nothing major has happened. I just celebrated a birthday. I turned 25, the big 25 number. I was dreading turning 25 for a while. Like, I legit had like a midlife crisis. Like, people have a midlife crisis during their 40s, like going into their 50s. I had a mid-20s crisis. If you're around the same age as me, like mid-20s, and just life isn't going the way that you exactly pictured it, then you can relate to what I'm saying. So before I actually turned 25, I was having a mid-20s crisis. Like, I was so stressed out. I was stressing myself out even more, just thinking like, damn, when I was younger, like, by the time I imagined myself being 25, I imagined that I would have certain things in place and my life would pan out kind of like it is in the movies, but then life gave me a harsh reality. So I was low-key, not low-key, I was high-key freaking out and stressing myself. But after I turned 25, my birthday was on the 25th of October. After I turned 25, I kind of just had to come to a realization that, you know, you can't rush life's plan. What will happen, will happen. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If not, then it is what it is. Still have times where I'm like, I stress myself out a little bit. And, looking at social media, that can be a big doozy. Like, you'll look at certain people and where they are in their life now, those who may be younger than you or those who may be the same age as you, and you see the accomplishments that they have made, and you get a little discouraged because it's like, well, damn, how come my life isn't like that? And I always have to remind myself that it's just not your time. And when it is your time, nothing's gonna stop that. Nothing at all. So for right now, I'm just gonna take it day by day and try and enjoy the rest of my 20s and not freak out, because with me freaking out, I'm never gonna enjoy actually being 25. And this is a time when I'm actually in my prime, so I just gotta go with the flow. So like I was mentioning, for my birthday, I didn't do much, actually. Like, I'm not a big person that, not a big person, I'm not a person that's big on going out. I kind of want to change that because I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I don't want to be a grandma in the house. But I'm not big on going out. I'm not really big on my birthday. Like, planning up to it, it's just like, I don't know. People always ask me, oh, what are you doing for your birthday? What do you, let me know. And it's just like, I never really have solid plans as of lately. But this year, I actually went to the Wendy Williams show. I took my mom with me. So the day before my birthday, we went to the show. I got tickets, and it was a really cool experience being. That was my first time being at like a live taping. I haven't been to one since like 106 and Park, back my 106 and Park days. But it was cool going there and just being in that whole environment. Like being in that whole environment of like with the media and everything, it reminded me of why I loved because I majored in journalism in college, and just being in that setting, it reminded me why I loved it so much. And I kind of stepped back from it because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it after I graduated. But being back in that atmosphere, it reminded me of why I actually majored in that, why I love journalism, I love TV and the media so much. Like the whole aspect of it just reminded me of why I loved it so much. But it was cool being there. We got to sit in the front row, so we were up close with Miss Wendy herself. Well, not really up close because she has cameras and lights in front of her, but we were pretty close, and it was a pretty cool experience. And when they have commercial breaks, they have people who get the crowd hype, and they jump around, and it was really fun and cool, and I enjoyed that. And then on my actual birthday, I just went to work. Yeah, I didn't really do anything on my actual birthday. My friend, she came over and she bought me balloons and a cake and cupcakes, and then she spent the afternoon with me when I came from work with my family, so that was cool. And I just went to work, and I was among my kids because I work with kids. I work with elementary kids, so I just went there, and they sang me happy birthday, and it was just really chill. That was pretty much all that I did. That was the only interesting thing that really happened with me while I've been gone. Oh, well, not really the only interesting thing, because while we're on the topic of social media, let's discuss Twitter for a second. See, this is why it takes me so damn long to do my makeup, especially when I'm talking, because I talk with my hands, and you see I'm still on my eyebrows, and I haven't even cleaned them up yet. But yeah, let's talk about Twitter. Let's talk about her. So, I created my Twitter account. I was still in high school when I had that Twitter account. So that might have been in like 2009. I created that Twitter account. And at the time, I didn't even show you what I used. So to clean up my brows, I'm going to take Tarte Shape Tape. Yeah, so I created that Twitter account in like 2009 because I remember I was still in high school. And I've had it ever since. So at the time when I signed up, I had the email server for Verizon. Now, if you had Verizon as an email server, then you know that they no longer have that service anymore. They no longer do emails. So I had stopped using it for a while, actually. So I wasn't really aware of it, and I never got the notifications that they were moving. So Twitter decides that they sense suspicious activity on my account. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't have that much followers for it to be for anybody to want to hack into my account. So I don't know what the hell is going on. So they locked my account. That's the second time that they locked my account. The first time, I don't know what the hell happened, but I was able to get back into it. The second time, they locked it completely. So I'm unable to get into my Twitter account. I emailed them about the issue, and they're like, oh, well, there's no way that we can actually verify that you're the account holder, when everything that is related to me has my name. So my Twitter has my name, my Instagram has my name, my email has a form of my name in it. So I was just confused as to why I couldn't get back into my damn account. So I had to create a whole new account for my Twitter and start over from scratch. So if you are following Desiree Raven on Twitter, the page is still up. Just know that I won't be tweeting from that page because I don't have access to it. So instead, you can follow me at my new page, which is Desiree Raven. The same spelling, everything. It's Desiree Raven _. That's it. It's Desiree Raven and then the underscore at the end. That's my new account. It was so annoying. Like, damn. I gotta start all the way over with this. You know, and I had a cool little following, and I liked the people that I followed. Now, to try and do this all over again. My hair is laid so flat. Like, I tried this new product called the Main Choice. I've been hearing good things about it. It's a black-owned business. They sell it at Target, but I got it at my local beauty store. And I got the shampoo, the hydrating shampoo, the conditioner, and the 3-in-1 shampoo. I guess that's what it is. It's like a detangler, co-wash, leave-in type of setup. And I used it the other night, and bro, my hair is the softest that I've ever felt it. Like, it laid down so flat. Like, my hair is so flat, and normally I get flyaways and my hair gets frizzy, but with this, and I didn't even have to use a lot of gel. Like, I use Eco Styler gel with it, and my hair just behaved. So that was just from using it once. I hope that I'm gonna continue using it to see if the results remain the same, and if it has the same effect on my hair and ting. Okay, so what do I use this for? Okay, there we go. To make sure that my eyebrows stay in place, I'm going to take this Mega Clear mascara from Wet n Wild. I changed up my brow routine just a little bit. Before, I used to lay this down and then apply whatever brow product, but I find that when I brush my eyebrows, my eyebrow hairs out, make them a little bushy, and then I fill them in, that they look better. And then afterwards, I apply this, and I found that my eyebrows just look 10 times better than what I was doing before. To set my concealer in place, I'm going to take my Kat Von D translucent powder, setting powder. I picked this up a couple weeks ago when I went into Sephora because I was running low on my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I wanted to try something a bit different. And so far, I've been liking how this has made my makeup turn out. So this might be a new favorite of mine. Oh, I feel like I need to contour my double chin. Like, what is going on here? I know that I want to do a fall-inspired look, well, another fall-inspired look. So right now I'm going to go into my, yeah, thought it was upside down. I'm going to go into my Morphe 35O palette. And I'm going to take this light orange shade right here. I haven't tried the 3502 palette as of yet. I actually want to get it. I have heard good things about it, but I just haven't had the time to actually purchase it. If you have the palette and you like it or you dislike it or whatever your thoughts are, leave me a comment down below and let me know if I should pick it up or not. And you know, as I turn 25, certain things that I say now, I would not have said when I was younger. Like, I'm so glad that as I've gotten older, I've gained a little bit more confidence. I still suffer with, you know, bouts of not feeling like I'm good enough or bouts of insecurity, but I'm so glad that it's not as severe as it once was. You know, because when I was younger, it was bad. Like, I really wouldn't say anything, but I would just always feel like I wasn't good enough. Middle school days, ugh, that was the worst. It got better in high school because then I kind of adopted a I don't care attitude, and then I just stayed to myself. But in middle school, it was just bad. Like, I didn't have I didn't have any friends in middle school. I didn't say I didn't have much friends. I had no friends in middle school, okay? I went to a private middle school. It was like a Christian based middle school, and I hated it with a passion. And I wanted to go to the public school that was right up the block from me, the one that I actually work at now. I wanted to go there so badly, but my family was stuck on this, oh, well, you got a scholarship to go to this school, so you might as well stay there. And from 6th to 8th, oh, especially 8th grade, like 7th and 8th grade, the worst. Like, I hated that school with a passion. Like, the school was already small, so everybody knew everybody. My class, it was about like 6 boys and maybe like 4 girls. It was like 11 kids, 12 kids in the class. Like, from 6th grade to 8th grade, it was just 12 of us. And I hated every living second of it. Like, being an outcast, the girls really didn't speak to me like that. They had their own little clique. And, you know, the boys will be the boys. I wasn't that athletic. You know, I was kind of on the plump side when I was in middle school and all through high school and all through college. And wasn't until recently I decided to actually stop complaining. Well, I still complain. Well, I decided to actually do something about it. But in middle school, mm-mm. But it wasn't the kids per se that were that bad. It wasn't only the kids that were that bad, but the adults. Like, my teacher, I don't know what she had against me, but that lady did not like me. I can remember her name so vividly, but I'm not even going to say her name and give her no platform on here because she was just an hateful old lady. But she did not like me for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell I did to her, but she just did not like me. I'm still terrible at math. Like, I was really bad at math back in the day. And so, you know, when you're bad at something, like, you try and stay away from that subject as much as possible. You try and, like duck down so the teacher doesn't call on you, and divert your eyes so that, she won't call you. And she would call on me all the damn time. And then she would bring me in front of the class, and when I didn't know what the hell was going on, she would embarrass me. Or she would put me to the side and say, well, oh, don't let the other girls give you food or anything like that, because when they grow up to be like this, I'm not pinky up. Okay. When they grow up to be like this, then you're gonna end up being like this. Meaning her saying that I shouldn't be eating any of this stuff because I'm gonna get fatter. So saying that to somebody who's in the 8th grade, that was the rise of social media too, because MySpace was coming up, Skonex was out, High Five. If you are around this age and you remember those websites that were out and they were popping at the time. So with saying that, I already had this complex for being a little chunky kid. So that just made it even worse. And because of that, like, in middle school, I would not eat in school. And that was the worst thing that I could have ever done. Like, I wouldn't eat breakfast. I'll rush to school, go throughout the whole 8 hours and not eat anything. And at that time, I'm 11, 12, so I'm not thinking that, damn, me not eating is also having a negative effect on my concentration in school and how I interact or answer, like, just my overall being. Like, it's not clicking in my head. All I'm seeing is just like, well, damn, in order for my teachers to like me, in order for me to have friends, and I have to look a certain way. And clearly that did not work, because they still remain the same. So with that it just built a big insecurity in me. Even though, like, my family, they would tell me, don't listen and all of that stuff, but it was still, it's still stuck with me. And sometimes to this day, like, it still affects me, but like, I just have this, like, a new type of attitude. So now that I do work with kids, and I work with elementary, and I used to work with junior high school kids, I try to make it my duty to, not be harsh to them. Even though teaching is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. Like, don't let people fool you into thinking that it is. Like, kids are tough. But I make it my job to not be harsh or say anything mean to them, because at the end of the day, they see you. So a lot of kids are in school more than they are at home. Like, they see you a good chunk of their day, 8 hours, if not more, because some of them are in after school. And what you say to them does affect them. What adults say to them, what adults do around them does affect them. So I always try to not be harsh towards them in any type of manner, because I don't want the same mark that was left on me to be left on them. Okay, so I'm kind of just babbling on and on and on. Alright, so now I'm going to take this darker orange shade. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing with my eyes, but I'm just going. Yeah, so now I've gotten to a point where if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. Prism palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. There I go. So I also picked this up when I went to Sephora a couple weeks ago. I picked this up, and I also picked up the translucent powder that I showed you guys earlier. And this palette Let me open it again. This palette is the bomb. Like, look at the colors for one. Like, it's just so pretty. And I just love the formula of it and how pigmented it is. Like, you don't need a lot with this product. And it is amazeballs. It is amazing. Like, I like the Modern Renaissance palette, but they changed the formula with this, and I know there was some controversy with the Subculture palette. I honestly haven't tried Subculture because of the big hoopla that was surrounding it, but they said that the Prism palette and Subculture palette, the formulas are similar, so I do like this palette. It doesn't have that much of a kickback or fallout like people were complaining with Subculture palette. So based on that, I'm kind of intrigued to try the Subculture palette to see what it's hitting for, because there were mixed reviews. Like, some people, when it first came out, a lot of people were just like, it's a no. Like, they're not getting it. But then when I watch other tutorials from other YouTubers or other makeup artists, they said that you had to use like a lighter hand and they got better results. So I don't know. If you have the Subculture palette, let me know down below if it worked for you or not. Is it a yay or a nay? So from this palette, I'm going to take this brown shade right here, which is called Parallel, and I'm just going to work that into my crease. Alright, going back into the Morphe 35O palette, I'm going to take this darker brown shade right here. I can't believe I'm still on my eyes, like, Lord. Oh, okay, so for right now, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to take this copper shade and just place it all over my lid. Tips for the other night: to pick up some things for my mom because it was her birthday and she's been hounding me about getting her some Fenty products and all that stuff. So I picked up something for myself because why not? So I've been wanting this ABH lip palette for the longest. I just never got around to using it. But I've heard so many good things about it. So I think I'm going to go back and pick up another one for my kit. Yeah, and that completes this look. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of me, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also let me know if you want more, like chit chat type of videos, if you enjoyed this. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Now on to some slow-mos.